directly hit to the Bangladesh, but it affects to the whole Myanmar. And because of the floods and the swift water, we have a heavy involvement of the government as well as the people to resist of these flood matters. So let me first inform you that Myanmar have natural disasters recorded 3 times or 4 times now. The first one was in 1930, which we have an earthquake around Yangon and 50 miles radius. That was recorded, but that was a long time ago, and then we have about 500 people dead. And in 1975, we have another earthquake in the central Myanmar, which affects to, the destroy of some of the historical buildings. But it didn't, give the casualties of, because it happened in the historical sites. So there is not that much casualty. But I think you all have to recognize that in 2008, we have a cyclone Nargis, which is part of the Irrawaddy Delta, and it was quite severe. And that time, Myanmar was on the spotlight of rescuing and rehabilitation measures. That is the a big challenge, and from that onwards, Myanmar have to study on details of how to respond on such kind of natural disasters. And systematically, we, the government, as well as the people are aware of how we have to stand whenever we have the natural disasters coming up. So after 7 years from 2008, in 2015, end of July, we had as I explained to you, cyclone Gomen hit to Bangladesh. And because although it's not directly hit to Myanmar, but the rains, heavy rains affect all the, we have 14 states and divisions, but 12 states and divisions has been affected by floods. And the most severe is 2 states and 2 divisions. So we have 4 states were severely damaged, and the government has to declare emergency, situation. So what I want to explain, discuss today is the Myanmar challenges, especially related to the natural disasters. Up till 2008, we are not, in a position to make such kind of disaster preventing management and challenges. First, disaster preventing. For us, a third world country, a developing country, which is not in a position for the government as well as the people, the awareness of that disaster prevention is important. So every natural disasters, frankly admit, we are not prepared. And it comes in a short notice. And people have not that much education on investing their resources for preventing of natural disasters. That is the one that I'm sure we have to be tackle on it. We have to keep discussing on a kind of Myanmar, like the third world countries, to have emphasized on giving the disaster preventing. The management. Management is the whole responsibility for the government. If the government is strong and responds as quickly as possible, you can manage the situation. But when dealing with during the disaster time, it is a lot of challenges coming to the government. For example, first thing is, whenever disasters come, the transportation is disconnected and people being displaced. And the food, the shelter are the most important necessary things. So if the government has stock, well, but the problem is bringing these assistance and food supplies to reach to the affected areas. Like for example, there are very recent, last 3 months ago, the floods in Myanmar. Although we have enough stock, the problem is to reach to the necessary area. The problem is the bridges were the run through with the swift water and the landslides and the facility of the government. For example, we cannot bring in foods to the areas like when there is no road at all. So in that case, you have to use the choppers, helicopters. But a country like Myanmar, we don't have enough choppers. And another one is the shelters, because it's happened to the rural areas. We have the fast assistance from the neighboring countries, but the problem is they are giving us shelters, but these shelters are too modernized, which the villagers are not used to it. So, and bringing these shelters to the affected areas are the most difficult part for the government. So, this is the hard work for the government to bring in the real necessary the assistance. And we have rescue teams coming in. The rescue teams must be organized. For us, we are bringing in rescue teams, but the problem to the villages is, although they have speedboats, but of the swift water, the speedboats cannot move upstream. That is another problem that we are facing during the heavy rains in last 3 months. And right now, anyway, we manage, because of these floods, there are 120 people's life being sacrificed, and about 500,000 villages has been moved to the safe areas. But anyway, we manage a lot because of the experiences we received in the 2008 Nargis cyclone and the post recovery period, which we are working closely with the many INGOs, NGOs, like JICA, like OECD, as well as UN agencies. But what happened for us is the assessment teams have to go there for many months, which people have difficulty to wait for such kind of rehabilitation, reconstruction period. And when we have reconstruction things coming, the problem is, after the effect of the floods, people tend to migrate to the cities. Because of the floods, there are cultivated areas being sealed by mudds. So they cannot cultivate, especially the youth. They don't want to stay anymore in their villages. They wanted to migrate to the cities. So giving assistance, and rebuild for their villages. Still, the problem is the villagers are not tend to stay in the villages. So this is a problem, and what we see right now is we are giving them a lot of assistance to them, but the problem is we are not giving them cash flow for their businesses. So now we realize in the post-disaster period. The important thing is to have a cash flow and to start as fast as the business in that area. These are the experiences, that we had, faced last 3 months ago. And because there is a time limit here, so I may have many other examples to give to our audience, but due to the respecting of time limits, I wanted to conclude that there are still, although a lot of assistance, but there needs a lot of inputs again in such kind of disaster measures. Thank you.
Thank you.